Hey everyone, how y'all doing? It's been quite some time since I put any videos up. I've been quite busy and under the weather, and various ailments, ranging from I don't know, busted up ankle, which turned into a busted up knee, to earaches, ear infections, all sorts of good stuff. Plus you got all the lovely COVID crap and the lovely election stuff. It's just been a hell of a last few weeks. So anyhow, just figured I'd throw a stream together, or a video together, just to reach out to all my adoring fans, because I know I have so many. But just, it's one of those things, it's, I guess, what is this, fulfills my narcissism, right? Just get out there and throw some verbiage and see what sticks, so to speak. So I was thinking about things, and yeah, that's my wife. She's a very loud talker. But anyhow, going through stuff, just first off, the elections, it's quite interesting how it's all panned out. It's not a done deal. I know a lot of people consider it Biden's won. It's time to move on. But these things have processes, and they have things that they have to go through, and there's obviously controversy around the election results. I was watching the elections when they started. I was up till like almost 2 a.m. just watching it, and I don't know, it's just the way things progress seemed very unusual. And then you read reports of like tons of ballots getting dropped off in a bucket. I think I read one report at one point, stuff like that. It's hard, I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist, but with the crazy Trump derangement syndrome that people have exhibited, not only in people as individuals, but the media, I can't dismiss the fact that there could be a concerted effort to undermine things. I don't know what happened, right? I know people keep pushing the narrative, just accept the results, move on. But ultimately, I'd like to see it all thoroughly investigated and vetted, and see what happens. I didn't vote for Trump. I didn't vote for Biden. I voted the Libertarian candidate, which Libertarians, we failed miserably this election. I think we got barely 1.5%. It's just terrible. Of course, I'm not surprised. This election was all about everything against Trump, right? Even people who voted for Biden, they weren't voting for Biden, they were voting against Trump, right? So it was going to be pretty polarized, and I didn't see the Libertarian candidates having much chance. I still voted, though, because I'm not going to compromise my morals because, Orange Man bad, or, Biden. Ugh. Yeah, that's all I can say about Biden. I have principles, right? So I carried to them. But, yeah, it's interesting to see what's going to happen. I saw today there was a report of one of Trump's lawyers saying that they actually have evidence and proof of this Dominion software being tampered with and whatnot. So it'll be interesting to see what comes to fruition from that. I look forward to seeing it. It's going to be crazy, because if there really is factual evidence that there was fraud committed on a massive scale, it's going to be anarchy. I mean, look at it now. Look at all these crazy Antifa, ultra progressive liberal left knuckleheads that are just going nuts, like even the BLM's crap, people marching down the streets and demanding you raise your fist and protest with them. It's just insane, right? That's the world we live in. And it's not Trump that's doing this. This is all driven by media, right? Media is doing this. Media is pushing this. Trump adds fuel to the fire, but he is not the source. And it's really sad. And we'll see what happens, For the country's sake, I hope everything gets figured out. And I hope that, evidence, if there is evidence, it comes to fruition and it claims the rightful president, whether it be Trump or Biden at this point. I know it's not a libertarian candidate, but, and, my viewpoints on Trump, people, every time I ask somebody, Trump is so horrible, Trump's a racist, Trump is this, Trump is that. All right, show me an example of racism. And they always cite the same stupid crap. We called all Mexicans rapists and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, well, let's go look at the quote. And you look at the quote, he's talking about MS-13 gang members coming across the border illegally and how a lot of those guys are rapists and murderers. He wasn't talking about all illegal immigrants. And I know it's a narrative that Trump is anti-immigration. He isn't. It's Obama, Biden were just as bad on immigration, right? And people focus so much on the individuals, they don't focus on the problem. The problem is we have an immigration problem. We don't know how to do it properly in this country. No one wants to solve that. We want to just shoot our guns at everybody else and name call and you're blah, blah, blah. It's stupid, right? You want to fix immigration, let's have a constructive conversation about it. Let's not focus on who's racist or whatever. The whole Trump is racist thing, I never bought into that. I never did. And I know some people will be like, oh my God, how can you not think that? Well, because I have a brain, right? And if that's insulting to you, well, okay. I don't care. It's just, Trump, he's an off-putting person, I get it. He's aggressive in his verbiage. He definitely, I would admit that he does have some sexist tendencies and stuff, and, grab the pussy quote, well, yeah, that's not a good look, obviously, but I've heard so much worse just talking to friends of mine, and none of them mean it, so it's just like, he's the only person that actually means what he's saying. Come on. Pull your heads out of your asses and stop focusing on the emotional triggers. It drives me crazy. He was good for the economy. Economy is great. Even during a pandemic, he managed to get the economy and unemployment up. I don't know how he did that. China hates him, right? I'm okay with that. I'm not a big fan of China. And if you're a big fan of China, you're not paying attention to all the oppression that they do. It's a huge hypocritical, like the NBA players. Like, and then they're over there lobbying for more games in China. You stupid assholes. China is like the number one individual rights oppressors in the world, It's just like, get out of here with your stupid crap. So, alright, so yeah, the guy is off-putting. I get it. Personally, I don't like the guy, but I don't judge people in politics with how they act personally. I don't take what they say personally. So how would I judge them by that? I judge them by what they've done, their policy, their effectiveness at their job. And he's been somewhat effective. People say, well, he's turning all our allies away. Well, a lot of our allies are pieces of shit, to be honest. Like this, the whole Paris Accord crap that he got out of. Think about it. Why was it okay for China and India, the two biggest polluters in the world, to not have to do anything until 2030 or 2040 or whatever it was? But the U.S. had to start pumping money in right away. That's a raw deal, man. Screw that. Get out of that crap. It's all feel-good legislation anyways. It's stupid. I know. We gotta take care of the earth. I get it. I know it. I care about the earth just like you, knuckleheads, alright? I get it. But I'm not over there like Gretchen Dumbutt, going across the ocean for some, sanctimonious journey or whatever, trying to preach to everybody about how we gotta go Green New Deal and start collecting cow farts or whatever, right? You want to help improve the earth, you can do that personally on a personal level. You don't rely on governments to do that. Governments do not do things for the benefit of the people. I wish people would learn that. It just doesn't. You're so upset by Trump administration, but yet, because the guy changes to Biden, all of a sudden, I love government. Take over my life, daddy. Come on, idiots. Stop relying on government. You want to make change? Go do it. No one's stopping you. You want to pay more in taxes? Pay more. Government's never turned down a check. Alright? Like all you freaking idiot millionaires and billionaires out there. Oh, we should pay more. Go right ahead. Go right ahead. You stupid ass. I don't want to pay more. I hate taxes. Anyways, I'm ranting again. So Trump overall. He's a tough pill to swallow. I can take personally. He's pretty much a piece of shit. But effectively, he's effective enough that he's okay. I'm like, he's terrible on two-way rights, which I hate. Stuff like that. But it's pills I can stomach, right? Now, let's shift focus to the sad sack of sour, rotten fruit that is Biden. Which obviously, I don't like Biden. Biden, to me, not only is he establishment 40-some years, 47, almost 50 years, he's just comes off as such a spineless wimp. I mean, he seems like someone who has no control over faculties. You see him, he gets confronted by individuals on a campaign trail, like that guy, I think it was in Michigan, who was a union worker, and confronted him about 2A stuff, and Biden just rips into the guy and calls him a chump and all that. It's like, really? Come on, man. I'm using his slogan. Come on, man. You know, he's just... the guy is just such a schmuck. He's like a Jimmy Carter 2.0 to me. I can't stand him. And some people like Jimmy Carter, so they're like, oh, well, what's wrong with that? Well, Jimmy Carter is one of the most ineffectual presidents we've ever had in this country. So, that's what's wrong. And honestly, I would be 100% surprised if Biden makes it a full term. If he just declared the winner and stuff, he will not make a full term. You know, and we're going to have Kamala, the freaking police state psychopath, as our president in this country. It's going to be sucky. You know, and this is the world we deserve, right? This is what we deserve. For all you idiots out there who are like, Orange Man bad, can't have him, no man. This is what we deserve. We're going to have a Kamala Harris presidency if Biden's declared the winner. And I'm guaranteeing that is not going to be good for anybody. She's not, she's ultra liberal progressive, right? She hasn't met a person she doesn't want to put in prison yet, right? And she's just, her track record speaks volumes, and everybody ignores it, you know? Tulsi Gabbard butchered her on the record, and it just got ignored because, oh, Tulsi, you know, tried to shake the queen, Hillary, and they cast her aside. You know, that was your best opportunity. God, oh, the damn Democrats. You guys had 4 freaking years and you focused on Russian collusion. You freaking idiots, man. You just, oh, could have had such good candidates, but you chose Joe freaking Biden as your candidate. Oh my God. Just, I don't get it. You know, and Kamala Harris as his VP. What the hell? And here's what's going to happen. In my opinion. My opinion, and you don't like my opinion, suck it, I don't care. Here's what's going to happen. You want to talk about it, it's fine, but you're probably not going to change your mind. Anyhow, Kamala Harris is going to run right around Joe Biden. Right? If he becomes president, he's going to run circles around him. He's going to be doing side deals with all the AOC, the squad, you know, those idiots, and they're going to push every damn socialism thing that they can. Thank God a lot of voters reflected the fact that they weren't voting for Biden, they were voting against Trump, because the conservative base still won a lot of House of Representative seats, which is good. Looks like they're maintaining the Senate, which is good. I'd rather have a divided Congress and Senate than one under one party. Doesn't matter if it's Republican or Democrat. I don't like unity in government because that's when bad things happen. So I'm happy about that. But like I said, Biden to me is just, if he's declared the winner, you know, it's not gonna affect me 100%, right? It's just to me, it's just sad because he's such a sad sack. He really is. He's got no backbone. He's mentally out of there. You know, even Trump's, you know, he says stuff it's mentally out of there. But Biden's like that Alzheimer's guy, you know, just like, you feel bad. I just feel sad for him. And then Kamala Harris is just a gigantic C-word. I can't stand her. Her and Hillary should go have dinner together and hopefully they get poisoned. You know. Oh, did I say that? Oops, sorry. But that's how... they're just terrible. So the elections, yeah. Not too happy. I'm really disappointed in the Libertarian Party. We put up candidates that... We kind of accepted the fact that we weren't going to have a very good presidential run this year. Not that Spike and Joe Jorgensen are, like, terrible or anything. But they just... You know, they just didn't instill the furor in the base that we needed. They didn't instill the energy that we needed. And, you know, their voices got lost, mainly because the mainstream media wanted to keep it out of the picture, and that's what happened. So, we'll see. 4 more years, and hopefully they can put something together. But I think the Libertarians need to focus more on just winning those state-level elections and going from there. The presidential is way too far out of our reach, I think. And then, speaking of state level, Colorado. Oh, I moved here. I love living here. I hated living in California. The only thing in California I like were my friends. And other than that, I hated every aspect of it. And all you knuckleheads out there, they got the beach, you got Disneyland. If you don't live there, you don't understand. Going to the beach is a damn chore. It's like an all-day event, because it takes you 2.5 hours to find a damn parking, unless you get there at the crack of dawn before anybody else is there. Then you got parking, then you gotta go find a place on the beach, and it's super crowded, and then you know, if you leave, you lost everything. So you're stuck at the beach all day, if you want to enjoy it, right? And there's never any facilities, half of them are locked, and especially now with COVID, right? So it's just a gigantic, colossal failure. I hate the beach. You know, I love going to the beach, but I hate the beaches in California because they're just a failure to go to. Unless you go to the remote ones that no one wants to go to, or had some sort of natural disaster recently, where you go at the crack of dawn, like I said. So, and then, you know, Disneyland, give me a break. You could, just buy an annual pass, go whenever you want. Yeah, if you go like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you could probably hit 10 of the rides, right, in the middle of the day. But if you go on the weekends, or Monday or Friday, you're going to be lucky to hit 3 rides. You're going to be standing in lines all day. Disneyland is like, hey, come visit Disneyland and enjoy the lines. It's just a total freaking mess. They keep raising the prices, and I love Disneyland. I love going there. I love sharing with my kids, but it's such a nightmare to do. It's just an all-day suck fest, right? And you try to make the best of it. You get inside those gates and you feel euphoric because you're in there, but then you're like, oh, let's go. I want to hit Space Mountain. Oh, it's an hour and a half wait for the line. Oh, I'll fast pass it. Oh, we don't do fast passes on this one. That's how it is. That's Disneyland in a nutshell. So, I hated living in California, but my friends, you know I love you guys. And that's why I stayed there as long as I did. Colorado, I love Colorado. Family's here. Wife and I like it a lot. But I'm not gonna lie, man. This last election cycle, this state has been overrun by just liberal morons. Seriously. One of the things that they voted for was to become the part of that National Popular Vote Pact, right? So a pact where whoever wins the states who are involved in the pact by the popular vote get all the electoral votes for the states involved in the pact. And guess who's in the pact? Oh, California, New York, you know, right there. There you go. Whoever they vote is how you're going to vote. That's how it's going to be. It's just garbage, you know? So I was disappointed by that. There's a couple of features on there about raising taxes. Disappointed. Some of them were circumventing the TABOR, Taxpayer Bill of Rights, in this state, which is one of the reasons I moved here, because you can't raise taxes in this state without getting voter approval. Well, they're finding ways around it through various means. They're trying to circumvent it, right? Which is, you know, that's what progressives do so well. They love taxes. They love taxes. They're the better good. It's for little Timmy and Johnny and Becky Sue. Yeah. And then how do they spend it? They spend it on the worst shit possible, right? No accountability. I hate it. So anyways, that was disappointing. And then, yeah, this really blew the wind out of my sails. And then I got hurt, you know. And I was doing tons of treadmill work. And I busted up my ankle, which I had hurt back when I was 19. I was on one of those old school concrete basketball courts where the concrete's like this, and then there's a drop down and then dirt. And when I landed, my ankle decided to touch the dirt, but my foot stayed at the top. Yeah. So my whole leg was like black and blue for a few weeks. It was terrible. And of course, me being a dumb 19-year-old, I didn't go to the doctor. So tons of ligament damage, right? And I overworked it the other day on a treadmill, and it swelled up like a balloon. I couldn't walk. I'm using like an old man's, I got one of these old man crutches I'm walking around on. And if you ever busted your ankle up, if it's busted for a long time, guess what? Your body starts overcompensating, so your feet start to hurt. Then it rides up to your knee, you know. So I was just a mess, right? And I had arthritis in both. I found out I have arthritis in my knee and my ankle. So getting old, yay! So I'm still recovering from that. Right now, it's stiff, just sitting in this damn chair. And then during this time too, my ears decided it's a good time to have an ear infection, right? So I had both my ears with ear infections. Yeah, I know, it's just like a comedy of errors, right? You know, my ears, I've always had ear problems ever since I was born. I had defective eardrums and all sorts of crud, and just a living nightmare with my ears all through my life. I kind of dealt with it. My hearing's like getting to that severe level where I'm going to start thinking about, you know, wearing a hearing aid or something. So, but we'll see. I'm going to see a specialist, see how that goes. But anyhow, that's the long and short of it. You know, the elections were. I enjoyed the build-up that night of the elections. I did not enjoy all the very unusual vote breakages afterwards. You know, I really thought Trump was going to win it, simply because Biden was such a sad sack, and Kamala Harris. I mean, I don't understand. I mean, I do understand the liberal mindset, right? They're not voting for Biden; they're voting against Trump. So I get that. But the problem is, I don't understand the hypocrisy in choosing the two people who are probably the biggest architects behind all the problems we're facing right now with like BLM and, you know, Black Lives Matter movement and racial injustice and all this other stuff. I mean, you got Kamala Harris, who has officially, on the record, withheld evidence so people stay in prison to fulfill whatever she needs, right? So you got that, prison abuses and other abuses that she did with the law to get what she wanted. And then you got Joe Biden, who architected the 1994 Tough on Crime Act, which helped facilitate this surge in police brutality that we've seen, and poor training and overfunding and all this other crap. So you take these two colossal assholes and you put them at the top of your party to represent you, while you're over there freaking rioting and protesting against the exact things that they helped create. I cannot wrap my head around that. I don't get it. I don't get it. And I have a lot of people in my family, immediate and non-immediate, in my friends' circles, that are, you know, they're Democrats and stuff, and hardcore or whatever, various degrees. And I still care about them and love them, but I cannot wrap my head around the colossal hypocrisy in that. You know, it's like, how are we ever going to improve as a country if we don't hold the people accountable who are doing these things to us? We're rewarding them, literally rewarding them for being pieces of shit. I don't get it. You know, I get it. You hate Trump, you want to vote against him. Demand your party give you a good candidate. You know? I've never had anybody fervently defend Biden to me, because all their defenses start with, well, you know, he's not Trump. It's like, I get that. A sack of shit on the porch is not Trump, okay? I get that. But I don't want that representing me. And I think that's the hardest thing. That's why we have such a huge divide, is especially with libertarians and the two parties, right? A lot of libertarians aren't a big fan of Trump. Libertarians traditionally lean conservative. I get that. You know, I get a lot of knucklehead Democrats think, oh, you're just basically Republicans. Well, you're just basically stupid. Alright? And we're not Republicans. Libertarians are different, right? And the thing that we fervently hold up is freedom, right? That's what we love. We love freedom. Love it. Love freedom. And the fact that the Democrats platformed behind Biden-Harris, and in the same breath we're condemning Trump and trying to, castigate all the problems with BLM is attacking and police brutality and all this stuff as being a Republican problem. And yet over there they bring to the platform Biden and Harris. The hypocrisy kills me. It really does. And I just don't get it. I'm not saying I wanted Trump to win. I'm just saying I cannot accept the fact that anybody would vote for Biden on his principles or on his, character and all this stuff, right? Because I feel in my heart, every single vote that guy got was a vote against Trump. And there's a big difference between a vote against Trump and a vote for Biden. And if you can't see that difference, you're part of the problem. And that's how I feel. One day people are going to wake up and start holding people accountable for the crap that we're being put through as a country. But till that day happens, it's just this cyclical cycle of suck. And that's where we're at. So, now that's my catch up. I'm busted up. I'm a mess. I'm not giving up on the whole YouTube stuff. And hey, if you hate what I'm saying, go ahead. Throw some comments down. Shoot me a message. I don't care. I'll respond if I feel like it's worth responding to. I don't respond to everybody because a lot of people are just blowhardy and just don't get it. And I understand that I'm just wasting my energy and time responding, right? I don't engage in that sort of crap. So, and a lot of you might feel the same way about me. That's fine. But the bottom line is, if I think you set up a good argument or a good discussion, I'll engage you. But if I think you're just parroting whatever you see on Daily Kos or Occupy Denver, well, I don't know what the heck they are, all those stupid Salon and all other garbage. If you're just parroting that crap, I know you don't have much of a brain in your head. I don't know, you don't have much of an original thought going on. So, but still, God bless you. Hope you do well. Or, I don't want to say God, right? Ooh, bless you. Bless you okay still? I guess so. I don't know, whatever. But, to each their own. Let's get this election over with, I just want it to be valid and not fraught with questions, right? So if there's an investigation to be had, we could spend 2.5 years investigating the Steele dossier and Russian collusion. We can spend a month or two investigating the elections, right? Because both are probably going to turn up nothing. And we'll see. At least we'll have the truth, right? So, to each their own. There's really no winners in this election because no matter who won, unless it's libertarian, no matter who won, we're gonna face crap. We still got COVID going on. I don't like the fact that Biden's already talking about lockdowns and shit. I know some of you guys, you're pearl clutching in your homes. Oh my God, COVID's out there. I'm gonna die. Hey, it's cool. You stay in your home. Some of us don't mind it. Some of us know how to interact in society and not infect everybody. Some of us don't need the government to tell us how to behave. So maybe we should let freedom dictate that And who doesn't want to live in fear can stay home. And those who just want to be idiots can be idiots, and they can go get sick and die too, and whatever, right? Just freedom, man. It's always where I'm gonna default to, freedom. And if you're gonna restrict my freedom, you're gonna get a foot in your ass from me. That's how I feel. So, anyhow, it's good to get some thoughts out there instead of rattling around in this empty head of mine. And hope you're all doing well, staying healthy. Holidays are here. The sucky holidays, right? Can't see. Thank God I don't live in California anymore. I won't have 10 people or more on my holiday. Come over to Thanksgiving, but if we exceed 10, you gotta wait outside. Take a number. Stupid. I know. California, I hate you. But regardless of all the silliness going on, just try to make the best of it. Enjoy what you can. If you can spend time with family, great. If you can't, just do your best. And stay healthy, stay happy, and live a long life. That's all I can hope for. That's all I want for you. Take care. Love y'all. Talk to you later.